Hello everyone! Thank you for being here. My name is Mira, and growing up surrounded by nature, I've always been inspired to find creative ways to protect our environment. My passion for sustainability drives me to explore environmentally friendly solutions for everyday life. I'm on a journey to create art that raises awareness about environmental issues. Now, have you ever heard of the cooling paradox? Basically, it states that the hotter the world gets, the more AC we use, and the more AC we use, the hotter the world gets. Hence, the cooling paradox. Essentially, cooling the Earth is warming our planet. Did you know ACs are responsible for about 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions? And cooling-related greenhouse gas emissions are projected to double by 2030 and triple by 2050. And roughly 10% of all the world's electricity is used by air conditioners. But what if cooling didn't have to cost us the Earth? Join me in a journey of creating sustainable, functional art that keeps us cool and reimagines what climate solutions can look like. I plan to make a series of evaporative coolers that cool spaces naturally by letting water evaporate into cool air. Here's how it works. When water evaporates, the change from liquid to air requires energy. And the energy it absorbs comes from the heat in the surrounding air. So as the water molecules escape into the air, they take that heat with them, leaving the air behind cooler. Using this natural technology, I am in the process of making 2 prototypes, exploring the properties of different materials. One with terracotta, which is extremely porous and helps with the evaporation process, and one with bamboo, while a bit less porous, is readily available, grows fast, and is abundant, especially here in green school. Using these prototypes, I will conduct multiple experiments and collect lots of data, which I will use to inform my future designs as well as write and publish a research paper. I actually began my project by diving into research, going through articles and studies to understand how these evaporative cooling systems work. But as I wrote my literature review, I hit a wall. Almost no research exists on how these evaporative cooling systems work in humid places like Bali. At first I thought maybe I just needed to dig deeper, but I quickly understood why. High humidity makes them less effective, because when the air is already full of moisture, it can't absorb much more, which limits the amount of cooling that can happen. For a moment, I lost hope. But then I thought that's exactly why this work matters. With persistence and creativity, I can explore how to adapt these systems and close this gap. To broaden the study, I will also test the same systems in a drier climate in Goa, India, where I got the opportunity to create a large-scale functional cooling art installations and showcase it at the Serendipity Arts Festival, which is South Asia's largest annual multidisciplinary arts festival, and there I'll also get to compare the performance of these evaporative coolers across different environments, which will further enhance my research paper. Alongside creating artistic evaporative cooling systems, I will also create a series of functional art projects where sustainability meets creativity. Here are some examples of art pieces I've already made. Here's a tote bag made out of approximately 100 single-use plastic bags, which would have otherwise just gone to a landfill. And you can tell it's a good bag because it's even cat approved. And here's another project, an upcycled patchwork jeans, using scrap fabrics, transforming discarded materials into a unique and sustainable piece of clothing. And here's an upcycled tote bag with a linocut print highlighting the immense water use of cotton production and the impact of discarded textiles piling up in landfills. And here's a clip of a short film I made, addressing the severe consequences of deforestation, pollution, and urbanization, while emphasizing hope, collective action, and innovative solutions for a sustainable future. By combining science and art, I hope to inspire more people to take small, consistent steps towards a sustainable future. But to make this possible, I need your help. You can support my project through my GoFundMe, which will help me source materials to construct evaporative cooling systems and tools to carry out experiments. And if you have any building or engineering experience, I would love to connect. Follow my journey on Instagram. Here is where I will document all my findings and my journey. Every bit of support brings us closer to creating a more sustainable world. Thank you for listening. Bye.